We saw earlier what our multiples were. Now let's look at what is called the lowest common multiple, the LCM. Now if you have two numbers, the common multiple means that that multiple is a multiple of both numbers. It's common to both. And it's important that we are able to identify the highest common multiple. Sometimes the highest common multiple turns out to be one of the numbers itself, because a number is a multiple of itself. So let's look at an example. We have 5 and 10. I want the LCM of 5 and 10. Now you have various multiples of 5. You have 5 itself, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. These are some multiples of 5. What are some multiples of 10? There is 10 itself. You have 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on. Now, what are the common multiples here? You have 30 is a common multiple because 30 is a multiple of 5. It's also a multiple of 10. What else? You have 20 is a common multiple. 20 is a multiple of both. It's common to both. You have 10 is a common multiple. It's common to both. Alright. Now, which one is the lowest? Well, as you can see, it is 10 that is the lowest common multiple. So the LCM is 10. So the lowest common multiple of 5 and 10 is 10. Let's look at another example where we're going to find the lowest common multiple of two numbers. Suppose you have, let's say, 3 and 20. Some multiples of 3. You have 9, you have 30, you have what else? 33, you have 60, you have 90, 100. No, not 100. I could have put 103. No. 99. Nice. 99 is a multiple of 3. You have 150. Right? 3 can go into that. What else you have? What other multiples of 3 you have? 300, and so on and so forth. So these are some multiples of 3. What are some multiples of 20? You have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. 120 is a multiple of 3 too, I left that out anyway. You have 150, and so on and so forth. So these are multiples of 3 and multiples of 20. Let's identify the common multiples. Oh, I see one here. 120 is a common multiple. So the CM common multiples include 120. You have 60. You have, let me see now, 300 is a multiple of 22. I could put it. 300 is a common multiple of both 3 and 20. So you have 300, right? Alright, so you get the idea. So these are some common multiples. We could have pointed out others, but the numbers will be getting larger and larger. But anyway, what is the lowest common multiple of 3 and 20? So far we are seeing 60. Alright. Now, even though we have 60 here, let's think about it. Can we come up with anything lower? 20 is a multiple of 20. Lower than 60, we could say for 3, you'll have like 57, right? 54, other numbers like that. Let me write this again. 54, you have 21, you have, I have 33, 36. Alright, so we can go as low as we want, but then let's look at what's happening here. We have going up step by step in ascending order, the multiples of 20. We have 20. Good. The next highest one is what? Is 40. Then the next one in line higher than 40 is 60. So even though we're talking about 54 and 36 and so on and so forth, these would not be common. But what that means, we just have to work with the 60. 60 is the lowest common multiple of 3 and 20. So we have 60 as the LCM of 3 and 20. Alright? So that's the lowest common multiple there. Let's try another example. The lowest common multiple. I'd like for you to think about this one and find out what it is for me. The LCM of 2, 5 and 30. No, let's say 2, 5 and 35. Find the lowest common multiple of 2, 5 and 35 for me. So pause the video, do that, and then we'll come back. Alright, so we want the LCM of 2, 5 and 30. Let's look at some common, so let's look at some multiples first of all. Now, our work will be easier if we start with a bigger number. Going up step by step, what are the multiples of 35? You have 35. Now, the thing is, the next one in line would be what? 35 by 2, which is 70. Then you have 35 by 3, which is the same as 70 plus 35, which is what? 105. And so on. Okay, we have 3 so far for 35. What are some multiples of 5? We have 5 itself, 10. Let's go up until we see something common with the 35. We have 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. We have 35. Alright. 40, 45, 50. The next one that we will find common between 5 and 35 is 70, and so on. Alright, it would be 70. Now, what are some multiples of 2? You have 2, 4, 6, and so on and so forth. It would make sense to write down 8 because it's not too common. There is 10 common between 2 and 5, but it's not common to 35. We have going up. We notice that 35 is common between 5 and 35, but is it a multiple of 2? No, it's not. If you divide 35 by 2, you're going to get a remainder. So let's see, we can rule out the 35. Doesn't work. What about the 70? Could it work? Can 2 go into 70 directly? Of course. 70. So far we are identifying 70. Alright. The lowest common multiple we have here is 70. There is no other number that's lower than that can be divided directly by 2, 5, and 35. So the LCM of 2, 5, and 35 is 70. So that's the lowest common multiple, right? The lowest common multiple of 2, 5, and 35. Now, of course, we're going to look at HCF, highest common factor, at a later date. So we'll take a break at this time.